Hello, FarmofLife family.
Hello.
How you doing? We have two members here that really feel like part
Family.
of the FarmofLife family, and they truly are. I mean, they've been here 2.5 months. They're going to be leaving us here in a few days. FarmofLife family, say hello to Gina and Brandon.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
They're brother sister.
Brother sister.
You can see.
Look at them.
Aren't they beautiful?
So cute.
They're not
Very
twins.
good looking.
Not twins.
Yes. So you guys got here literally at the beginning of our guest season in December, right?
Yeah, we wanted to stay here as long as possible.
Yeah,
so we
I
said,
mean,
when does it open and when does it end? We'll book every day.
Exactly.
You sure stayed a long time. So you get here. First of all, like, touch upon, like, how did you find out about us? Like,
What's funny is that we like to do a lot of research before we do things, and we had like on our to-do list like a 2-hour research, like in our schedule.
yeah.
And I remember like 5 minutes before our session, I just started Googling Costa Rica retreats or something on YouTube, and you guys popped up. And I remember she walked in to have like our meeting, and I just went, I know this sounds crazy, but I think I've like made up my mind where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And, it was
And
just,
you first found on YouTube, so this channel that people are going to be watching this video
Exactly.
on the
Exactly.
exact same channel.
yeah.
We saw just like the amazing campus tour with the drone footage of everything.
Nice.
I was like, wow, this looks like paradise.
Yeah, and it just seemed more intimate. Like, a lot of other
Yeah.
places we saw was just kind of like looked like a 5-star resort with like, all that. And we wanted something more intimate and close, and that's what this place
authentic.
looked like.
Yeah. And you guys wanted to go a little deeper into, mind, body, spirit,
Right.
healing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you did.
Oh,
And you did.
100%.
So let's
did.
talk about your
did.
experience that December to January, Brandon. Talk about that guest season experience. Some of the things that you really enjoyed during that experience.
I think one of the things is that we got the butterfly house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was phenomenal. So we shared it, and we specifically chose it just because it has a view of the valley,
Yep. It's right out here.
there.
Beautiful view.
I mean, you can watch the sunrises, and it has like a little, sitting porch area. And so we specifically chose that just because it would be like our own little bungalow.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we could just do our own stuff there. So,
And you're digital
Yeah.
nomad, so you had your desk and computer facing that view too.
yep.
That's right. And how was that? The digital nomad work with it?
Worked
Internet
good.
worked good.
Yep.
You guys were able to get everything done that you
Yeah.
needed to do.
This is an incredible place for digital nomads. Like, great
Yeah.
Wi-Fi,
Yep.
great desk.
Yeah.
Nice.
Quiet enough that you can do all the work you need to get done.
Yeah.
And then after you're done, then you get to
You can
hang
play.
out with the family. You get to play. Exactly.
Right.
It was really perfect.
I remember that first week in December. I remember talking about sun gazing, and you were like, "No, I don't know." You were a little bit, and then literally, I think the next day, you guys jumped right into it. The next day, I
Yeah.
taught it to you,
Yes.
and I would have to say, most guests in the 15, 16 years we've been open, I'll teach it to them, and they'll usually maybe come out once or twice, and then they'll never come out again. But you two really took to it. So let's touch upon on the practice that I love so much, sun gazing, because you guys were out there just as much as me.
Yeah.
So please.
And I mean, I had learned about sun gazing before, but had never done it. I wasn't sure if it was real or not, if I was going to damage my eyes, all that
Of course.
stuff. And then we started doing it, and it is an incredible meditation practice. Staring into the sun just teaches you something about life that everyone, I feel like, needs to know. The presentness of being there and staring into the sun was so good for me, and it felt like it energized my whole body, helped my circadian rhythm, helped with sleep, and I felt like I would wake up, I would crawl out of bed, I'd go sun gaze first thing, and then after that my days just felt so good. I felt like I had so much energy.
Yeah. It gives you a little more happiness, a little more joy,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
For sure.
And I mean, for years I had trouble falling asleep all at night. And what I realized is like getting in that early sunlight, right when you wake up, right when the sun's coming over the mountain ridge, it really actually helped my sleep as well as just waking up. And I was a little skeptical at first because
Sure.
I mean, you always hear your doctors don't stare into the sun like that. And
Yeah.
well, I mean, when I'd watch this guy stare into the sun for an hour or something, I'd just check, can you still see me? Are you
he
going
was
blind?
good.
His eyes are, awesome. So I said, okay,
Good to
well,
go.
You just got to start out real light at first, and then you build up over time. But it actually is just one of our biggest practices we learned here.
Absolutely. And you guys your eyes got stronger, right?
Oh,
you could.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
There's no question about it.
Yeah.
But the
Right.
colors are also more vivid.
Yes.
I mean, it just really healed our eyes. But
Yeah.
I would definitely take it slowly at first. You don't
For
want
sure.
to overdo it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. But then after a while, after a couple of weeks, I remember you were saying, "Oh, I can do a few more minutes."
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It's not as bright. It's not as bright. Your eyes get stronger. They can bring in more light.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
then you
great.
can start adding in more things, like we started doing our morning chanting.
Yep.
We learned that from this guy.
This
as
guy's got a
well.
great
He
voice.
does.
Sometimes I would wake people up in the morning, but
Give him a chant. Give the Farmer Life just a little one.
what would be like
That's beautiful.
we do that to wake everybody up.
He would do that. He would do
Yeah,
I
that.
just got dog excited.
And yeah, our dog just was like, "What is going
It's
on?"
sunrise again.
You guys love going to waterfalls too. You hit up waterfalls and stuff like that. You know, touch upon that a little bit. Some of the things to do around here.
Nyaka.
Oh,
Yeah.
we went to Nyaka.
Yeah,
many
you love that
times.
one.
Oh, I'd go there.
That
all the
was
time.
your one. I remember
Yeah.
that. Under the waterfall, you were like, "That's the place."
Yeah, if you want to have like a serene waterfall experience, kind of like in the movies, Nyaka was definitely the place. I remember we drank cacao once, and so it's kind of like makes you a little. It's just chocolate, like purified chocolate, so it makes you very relaxed. And then there's this one spot like to the right of the waterfall at Nyaka where it's like not the full bore of the waterfall, but you know it's like a percentage of it, and so it's weak enough that you're able to sit under it. And I remember I sat under there for like the whole hour we were there.
Remember that.
I was just so relaxed, like the water was going through you, and just it was phenomenal. So I really liked it. I think it's one of the more popular ones we go to, right?
It is. It is. That's the
Usually
only
popular.
day. It's probably one of the more beautiful waterfalls in the country. But this time of year, you need 200, 300, 400 people sometimes. Yeah. How about you? Some of your favorites?
I loved Goddess Falls.
Nice.
I love that.
That's
It
more of a
felt
diamond in the rough. There's barely
Yeah,
anybody ever there.
I loved how private it was, and I loved the energy there. It just felt like you were in like this womb of love, and the water just was incredible. And there were such good places to sit on the rocks.
And you can jump. You
And
jump.
you
You,
can
did like
jump.
some backflip last
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
I
you
saw
were
the
doing
jumps
some
were
flips.
good.
Layout.
Oh, but all the waterfalls are incredible. I also loved Peace Falls, and it's
Yeah,
sunny
Peace
there. And
Gina
so
here
beautiful.
you're just like a dancer and a gymnast. So
Yeah.
you're beautiful when you jump off waterfalls and also dancing for the cacao
Yes.
ceremonies.
I loved all the waterfalls, you know. It was so fun that it was really perfect. I could just get everything I wanted to do in the mornings, and then we would go to the waterfalls, and it was such an amazing schedule of just like waterfall tours, you know, like every
Yeah.
other day. And it made it such an amazing experience.
Tell them about the farmers market. That gotta be.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I
That was
love the
you.
farmers
You're
markets.
coercing us to go this week,
Every
and you win.
Tuesday.
We're gonna go tomorrow.
Every Tuesday, we would go to the farmers market, and that was so much
We call it
fun.
the hippie market.
Hippie
Yeah.
market.
You can get
get
chocolate there. You can get a
chocolate,
chiropractic adjustment.
kombucha, you
Yeah.
know, tamales, everything
Massages.
you want.
The sun.
Yeah, and so
Hello.
we
Foot
just,
rub.
Your future prediction read.
Yeah.
yeah.
Tarot.
Yep.
Fruit
Everything.
nut. Oh, it was amazing.
Everything.
And then we would come back and we would have cacao parties, cacao
Yeah.
ceremonies.
Yeah, those were nice
And
days.
those are really
Hippie
fun.
market, come back, and then we do
Yeah.
cacao, and that's
Tuesday
a lot of fun.
fun day, and today's a cacao dance
Today's
day.
a cacao dance
Yeah.
day, so it's going to be
Last
pretty
cacao
intense.
dance.
Yep, their last
Wow.
one.
Yeah.
Let's talk about like, some of the deeper stuff. You guys went a little bit deeper into body and spirit healing. I know Brandon. You know there were some digestive issues, and he really fixed those. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think the root of, the digestion, and then just the change in life perspective. Like, I think when you're living in civilization, like you get more stressed and less stress, and you think that a less stress is like, oh, I'm relaxed, but you're not. You're just going from like, an 8 out of 10 stress to a 10 out of 10. You're just going, fluctuating between that.
Right.
And so I think the biggest lesson I've learned here was just like every week longer I stayed, the more relaxed I got. And when I say relaxed, I mean like the sleep's better. I'm just taking more time to, just enjoy my food. It's just like the whole place is designed to kind of make you slow down. Like, when in the
Yes.
States do you spend 20 minutes watching the sunrise? Because that's what sun gazing, you're watching the sunrise.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or, you're getting massages here, or we're jumping in the pool, or we take 2 hours to go to, on a hike to Avatar Rock or to the
Yeah.
waterfalls, or all of it is just like making you slow down. And funny enough, like we got more work done.
Right.
Wow.
by slowing down and relaxing,
That's awesome.
then you know the whole thing. So that was phenomenal.
Well, stress is a massive contributor to chronic illness.
Everything's about being present here. Everything's about just trying to be
Yeah.
more present, more still, right? And that's going to bring healing.
Yeah, and so
Right.
for like all the digital nomads out there, because at least one of my concerns was if I go to Costa Rica, like, am I going to be able to keep up my workflow? And like, you can definitely tailor it to what you're looking for, but we were able to pump out a lot of work just because we felt better,
Yeah.
you know, and just
Nice.
just the whole thing. So relaxation, and like with relaxation comes the ability to like kind of get rid of all the extra noise. So with it comes focus. And so with the focus was one of the big things of just realizing like how many things we were doing, how many people we were talking to, how many thoughts you would have in a day that's just like, what difference does it make? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to run our business, we're going to go to the waterfall today, we're going to eat a great meal with Legita, we're going to go to bed. No extra thoughts.
You identified a little bit of low stomach acid in the stomach, right?
Yeah.
And you started doing some celery juice,
Oh
right?
yeah, so this was just super awesome that Brian and Jody let me use their like juicing machine.
Yeah.
And Jody was kind enough to, and this isn't like for everybody, like they specifically tailored this to me because they thought like a juicing protocol would help me. And so she would buy celery juice for me on like celery sticks on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And then they would let me use their juicer, and I would juice, celery juice every morning, and it made a big difference. I think it really rehydrated me. Also has a lot of sodium, right?
Yeah.
So I think maybe I was low sodium as well, but I mean, it made a big difference. And that was just,
You were dealing with some bloating, right?
bloating.
Gas.
And
like,
then,
yeah.
and then the celery juice just cleaned me out. And I was just
Your
really,
stomach is flat as a pancake.
You have
now.
lost weight too.
You've
Yep.
lost weight. You
I'm
look
happier,
great.
yep.
You are happier.
Yeah. And I was just really impressed with that. Like, they didn't have to do that, and they just went out of their way. Like, I didn't even really ask them. They're just like, okay, yeah, this guy is going to
Well, we
need
gotta help
celery
you.
juice. Yeah.
We got to try to
They
help.
went out of their way to do that, so I was really impressed with that.
Service, right? Service to others.
service.
That's really important, And you were like, hey, look, what we were doing. I mean, usually we make green juices, and herbs and this, that, and the other. And we experimented with a few things and it still
Right.
wasn't working. So we kept trying and trying and trying until we got it. And we got it.
Yeah. It was a customized solution.
Yeah,
With
exactly.
no extra charge. It was really awesome.
Exactly. And your daily affirmations. You get your headphones on.
Yep.
Give me one affirmation.
One of the affirmations I listen to while making juicing is it's a video that just starts out with, "Isn't it wonderful that?" And it just keeps like going.
Nice.
Like, isn't it wonderful that the money's flowing in?
I see.
Isn't it wonderful that I
Abundance.
I feel great? Or isn't it wonderful that you have all these friends, and it's just like you get that cycle
Yeah.
going, and then pretty soon it becomes true.
I like it.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it.
I love
That's
that.
one of my famous quotes. Fake it till you make
When you
it.
make your celery juice every morning, you have this huge smile on your face. Well, now I know because your headphones are saying, "Isn't it wonderful?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but I remember he sat me down. And he was like, it was kind of like a football huddle, like, because I wasn't feeling really good when I got here. And he was like, "You're gonna just have to trust me on this one. I know you don't feel good. Just fake like you do. Like, just pretend like you feel good." I
Yeah.
was like, what
yeah.
are you talking about? I don't feel it. He's just get the cycle going. Just give me a week of you pretending to feel good, and I promise it's gonna go. And
It works.
yeah, it works. Like, you just started to feel better, and then I was like, then you go into the phase of like, maybe I do kind of feel better, or maybe my bloating is a little down, and then once you start to see the results, there's no faith. You just you're seeing the truth in front of you. So.
Yeah, it just works. You guys really applied. You put in the work here. You really did. You applied what we're doing here, and it really it helped you transform a little bit.
Yeah.
Gina, let's talk about you a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So your spiritual, physical, spiritual, healing transformation.
Yeah. I would say a lot of the reason I wanted to come here was to connect to myself. I feel like we get lost when we go back to society of who we are and connecting to how we feel. And so that was a lot of my intention, and I feel like everything here is meant to do that. Whether it's the sunbathing in the morning, or the yoga, or the meditation, or the waterfalls, or the healthy food that we're eating. I feel like it all brings us back to harmony and peace, and it definitely brought me back to myself. I really feel like I am who I am now. I know how I feel.
Nice.
It's connected me to my higher self too, and to my intuition.
You were doing energy work. Reiki master here.
Yeah.
She's doing energy
She
work
was
on
doing
some other
Reiki.
guests. We really kind of
Oh,
trusted
yeah.
that she could do that, and you did a really nice job.
Yeah, that was another thing of just
Yeah.
after the guest season, stepping into the service role was also like
Yeah.
it was a new chapter, and it was something that was like equally as important as being a guest here, was being in that service role and helping others too.
And Gina, you naturally just step into service. So we witnessed that in you during regular
She's an
guest
excellent
season.
dishwasher.
She was just out there doing dishes with us, and
Brandon's
just so
out there hiking, helping me with
helpful.
bags. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was a no-brainer when Brandon and I turned around and asked you guys to stay for another 6 weeks and help out.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. You were, as a matter of fact, they were sun gazing,
Yeah.
and we had realized, we're going to need a little more help than we thought. And I think you guys overheard me because I've got such a loud voice.
Yeah.
I'm in the house. I'm in the house, and I'm just like, why don't we just ask Brandon and Gina? I'm sure they wouldn't
stay.
mind.
Yeah.
And I popped out there because I was coming out the sun gaze a little later than them, and I was just like, hey guys, and I think they knew what I was going to ask them, and they were like, absolutely, yeah. You know, and it's worked out great.
Yeah, you two are great. You have a great attitude. I mean, how old are you two?
I'm 25.
19.
And 19, right? Unbelievable.
And they
that
run
you-
a business
Yeah.
online, a successful business, very mature, very inspiring. Really, you guys are great. Yeah.
You definitely don't fall into the characteristics of your generation. You have blown that out of the water. I'll tell you that much.
Thank you.
So good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
What else? Let's talk about the food. Food was good.
You want to talk about the food?
Food was
Let's talk
cooking.
more about the food.
The food was
Cooking
very
was
good.
So good. Oh man.
Food was really good, and even you. I mean, every now and again we had to have you on a kind of a specific diet, but whenever
Yeah,
you had the opportunity,
At home, I eat meat, and so we were a little concerned, like coming to a, I wouldn't say, is it considered raw? We do some cooking.
It's
we went
it's
through a lot
raw
of
vegetarian.
vegan vegetarian.
Yeah, we went through a lot of phases with different.
It's true. We had a
yeah,
raw
we-
food retreat.
We had a
and
raw
had
food
cook
retreat, so we were a little
retreats.
concerned. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, we've never tried this, but like for
Really
everybody
good.
wondering out there, like it was great. Even if you do plan to continue to eat meat throughout your life, like having a couple weeks of just eating, their clean food here, like really just
worth
cleans you out, and
It
it's
was
just
really
like a
nice.
Very good
kinda like a
detox.
reset. Yeah.
Yep, it really is.
Yeah, so that was awesome. And then occasionally, because I would ask them while I was working here, I needed a little extra strength picking up everybody's luggage. I said, could you sneak me a little fish, And so they would always get me little fish at the markets. And so, yeah, they were really accommodating.
He was doing a lot of eggs, which we
Oh,
do
yeah.
eggs here. We can
And
do
ghee.
eggs, we can do dairy. Fish is more of a, on a very rare case-by-case basis. But, he wanted it, and we knew that he was doing a little bit more keto, more high fat.
Yep.
And so we okayed it for sure. And he's feeling better.
Yep.
There's so many different ways with diet to help people. And for me, I don't want to pigeonhole myself into just fruits and vegetables. It works. Fruits and veggies and the herbs here, they work amazing. Veganism works amazing. But, we've broadened our horizons a skosh. That's for sure.
Plus, so many things grow here. Like I remember when I first got here, Brian was like, "Okay, so what do you take in?" I remember one of the things I was taking was like some aloe vera powder. So that one was killed, 6 months ago or something. He was like, "Yeah, we got to throw that away."
Yeah, toss it.
And I was like, well, what am I gonna do? And then we walked out into the jungle a little bit, and then he just cuts real aloe vera, cuts it right open, and just says, "Slurp this. This is really gonna heal you."
Yep.
And I was like, I think
Mix
we
it
came
in
to
smoothies
the
and
right
stuff.
place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fresh aloe vera.
And the campus is incredible. Like, this place is so special.
Yeah, it's like a little temple, right? It's a good
Yeah,
place
it's
to
so
get
sacred.
still, be present.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was far beyond just like a Costa Rican retreat. It was just like one of those experiences that you have in your life that was actually changing and that you'll remember forever. It wasn't just like a vacation, it was definitely changed the trajectory of our life. Of like, we've healed,
awesome.
Yeah.
we've learned so much about nature in Costa Rica.
Exactly.
Well, you're getting your residency.
Yep.
This guy here is probably going to be living in this country
Working
because
on
of this
it. We'll
wonderful
see.
experience.
Yep.
But I mean, he's working on his residency. So as he said, it was a life-changing experience. I mean, you may be moving here at some point.
Hopefully.
Right.
Wow. And then off you go back to Idaho, right?
Yeah.
Washington.
I will definitely take this with me. I feel like I got exactly what I needed and more.
Cool.
And so
Reiki. You know,
Yeah.
you could get your little Reiki practice going.
Definitely. It was such a good experience to do Reiki here too. I feel like I've grown my ability in that.
Yeah.
And that just feels so empowering too. I feel like I have a skill now that I can use.
Yes, absolutely. You do.
Thanks
Thank
so
you
much,
both.
you guys.
Really,
Of
We're
course.
gonna miss you when you leave.
Yep.
we are. We are. But
We're
we'll
gonna
stay in
miss you
touch.
guys.
We'll see each other again for sure.
For
Again, on
sure.
the other side.
Yep, absolutely.
On the other
Absolutely. See you later, Farm Life
Bye.
family.
Bye.